the pushy broad from the Bronx, New York. Follow her voice, a stray dog is nice. She's a pushy broad from the Bronx, oh yeah. Don't be surprised if you wanna listen twice. Make decisions, find the right choice. Know yourself better, find your own voice. It's okay if you need help today, cause everybody needs a little push. From the pushy broad from the Bronx, New York.
Welcome, Transformation Talk Network listeners. My name is Ellen Stewart, and I am the pushy broad from the Bronx. Welcome to my show, Recovery Recharged, where we share advice and support from experts in addiction and recovery and everyday life. I am so thrilled to have this guest here today. We're going to talk about something that we all do all the time, especially those of you that are looking to go into recovery or coming out into the world of recovery. And this is about stopping self-sabotaging. Are you your own worst enemy? Boy, when I heard that, I said, absolutely. Sometimes this is the pushy broad. When something doesn't go your way, do you unconsciously self-sabotage? And how do we stop that cycle for good? And I brought in an expert to show us how. I want to introduce you to a woman that I'm going to tell you all about. Recovery Recharged is going to talk about Donaleah Dedrick. Dr. Donaleah is an entrepreneur and a professional pianist. She owns several businesses, including an online music school, and she's also a doctor of theology. She's been ministering for over 20 years, elevating people's lives from all over the world. And she's also internationally trained as a faith-based counselor. She's a wonderful mother of adult children and, in her own words, a vibrant grandmother. So we want to ask her about that. The pushy broad from the Bronx is really excited to welcome Donaleah Dedrick. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing wonderfully. Wonderful day.
That's fantastic. Really good. So tell me, what do you think is the definition of self-sabotage?
To me, we look at life journey. We're all on a life journey. And in this journey, sometimes we develop negative patterns in our lives, such as low self-esteem. We don't think that we're good enough, or we don't think that we're worthy. And from those patterns, we form negative energy. And this negative energy is all around us and is keeping us down into some type of bondage. And we just feel that we're just stuck. Our self-esteem is low. We feel bad about ourselves. We go from one thing to the other. We're going to stop doing this. We're going to stop doing that, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And we don't feel as though we can be successful. And many times that just keeps us more down in the dumps with this negative pattern. Yes.
With negative patterns. So self-sabotage is actually having our negative thoughts get the best of us. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah. All about the thoughts.
All right. So why are our thoughts so very important?
Well, from our thoughts, that triggers our emotions. And back to our thoughts can be good or bad, and which leads to our emotions, which could be positive emotions or they can be negative emotions. And then from there, it triggers, okay, how are we going to act? What are we going to say? What are we going to act? What are we going to say? How are we going to say it? What are we going to do? We're going to do something that's very destructive to us, or we're going to do something very positive, enlightening, something to help us. And from our thoughts, that triggers everything like a domino effect on down. And that's why thoughts are so important, because of that, it just leads from one thing to the other. So how are you going to choose to act when you come to that action part? You're going to choose whether to act upon something or not to act upon something.
Okay, so what we want to do is first be aware of the fact that we're having these thoughts, because sometimes thoughts just tumble out on us and we do things and we say things without thinking. So, our first reaction then would be to be aware of our thoughts and to determine which thoughts are positive as opposed to which thoughts are negative. Would that be correct, Doctor?
That's right. And many times we just lose control. We don't stop to think about what we're thinking about. And that's why so many times from that thought, that awareness, we just blah, blah, like you said. We don't think.
All right. So I know that you also talk about negative energies and positive energies around all of this. And you talk about the fact that we are energy. So explain that
Yes.
to me.
Well, everything is energy. We are energy beings. Um, Everything, our chairs are vibrating. We are vibrating. Did you know that we are vibrating so fast until we appear to be still, which we are still, but we're vibrating. Our cells are vibrating. Everything, thoughts, energy. Our feelings are energy. Our will, the makeup of man, all of that, our body is vibrating, is energy. Our soul, which consists of our mind, will, and emotions, all of that is energy. And we're just energy beings. We're divine. We are divine. We are light. We are divine. And a lot of times we forget what we are or who we are, that we are divine beings of
Wonderful.
light and energy.
Okay. So that being said, how do we differentiate negative energy from positive energy?
We, by the way that it comes out of us from our thoughts, back to our thoughts. What are we thinking about? Okay, if it's going to be negative, you're going to feel that negative energy, Ellen. It's going to be dark and it's going to feel heavy. Have you ever felt some days, just heavy, this heavy feeling is over me. I want to shake it off. It's got to go away. And you have the positive vibes or positive energy. All of a sudden you have this light and you just feel all this joy and love and happiness, and you're just bouncing all over the place. And with the negative energy, it's dark, it's heavy, it keeps you down. You can't seem to lift yourself up. You have to really work at lifting yourself up out of this energy field that you're in.
You're absolutely right. So we can distinguish when we're having a low energy day and a high energy day, when we're having a negative energy day or a positive energy day. For me, it's like being filled with a backpack of rocks. I'm constantly just feel like I'm low to the ground. Okay. So how do someone, you're a coach and you talk about this all the time. Give us some suggestions to get rid of that negative energy. What must we do?
Well, first of all, we have to let things go. We have to let go of anger, uh, things that are heavy with fear. We have to let go of guilt. What are we guilty about? We have to let go of all those type of low frequency. And then we have to forgive. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves of mistakes. We have to forgive ourselves to free ourselves. We have to forgive others. This frees us. That frees that energy. You know what happens when we keep ourselves stuck in unforgiveness, not forgiving this person or not forgiving ourselves? Here, this all this negative energy, it builds. It just builds. It keeps building like this up on us, and it keeps us down. We're not free. We're just so full of it's like we're in a cell or something filled with this negative energy of unforgiveness. So we have to let all that go. We have to free ourselves. We're looking at an energy level of it, of forgiveness. Why we forgive? Because we want to let go of that energy field from that other person that's still having a stronghold over us. And we need to break it. And we
Okay.
break it by that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So negative energy also makes us feel very unhealthy, right? We'll have stomach pains, we'll have cramps, we'll have headaches. And sometimes negative energy doesn't necessarily come from another person. Sometimes it comes from a situation or it comes from something that we are recriminating ourselves to do. And I understand that letting go is important. And that's something that we teach in recovery, learning to let go. But that also is a process, obviously. It is not easy just to let go of
That's
something.
right.
Sometimes we have to hold on to things until we're ready to let go of it. But the biggest way to do that is to understand that we have the power to control the energy that comes out of us with our thoughts, right?
That's
So,
right.
all
We
right. So
have we have the power.
how,
Absolutely. We do. Mm-hmm.
okay, how does one begin the process of stopping to self-sabotage? Give me the top 3 things one can do today.
Well, okay, let's start with love. Love is the highest frequency. Okay, it's the highest vibration. It's the highest energy is love. And I'm not talking about that smoochy love. I'm talking about universal love. And by this love, we love ourselves. Okay, we begin to heal ourselves through this love, and we begin to speak and say wonderful things about ourselves. We begin to build up our self image. And then we get a will to do something. I will do this. I will. You begin to start talking and speaking positive things about yourself, not what somebody else said, not what someone in authority said about you or to you. You must control that yourself. What you're thinking, what do you believe about yourself? What do you think about yourself? You have to build yourself up to think positively about yourself. And to love is loving yourself, being thankful for you, who you are, loving yourself and building yourself up with words of power, words
Okay.
that say wonderful
Okay.
things about yourself.
Okay. So, loving yourself means doing positive affirmations on a positive basis, saying that you love yourself even for small things, and also projecting love on the outside, projecting love to everything around you, getting in that vibration of higher self and feeling the love around you. What
Mm-hmm.
other ways can you maintain positive vibrations?
Many times I tell people about affirmations, speaking affirmations such as I am love, I am positive, I am light, the I am statements are very powerful because of our I amness. I read the book, The Moses Code, that brings out about the I am that I am. And you have to be careful what you say after I am, because you want to manifest the I amness of positivity in your life, such as I said before, I am in control of myself. I am in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of my emotions. I am in control of everything that I do. And I am positive. I am well. I am healed. All of the I am. And then another way also is through humming. I do world sound healing, and that's through your humming, like or the ah. All of those things help us, and it begins to heal us within, and then it comes onto the outside.
Okay, so there are a couple of things that you teach when you do this coaching, and you also have a podcast to explain some of these things, correct? Tell us about that.
Yes, I do. In my podcast, I have a little of everything for the body, soul, and the spirit. In my podcast, I will bring
What's it
out,
called?
huh?
What is it called?
Well, it's called Self-Sabotage. I have one, The Power of Music. I really love that one because I really bring out about the power of music, helping to heal, to break different things in our lives that we want to stop doing through the power of music. And then I have another one about the sound healing. Then I have another one, just general things of my music, in my music teaching uh, life with children. And I go through that. It has a little of everything there.
All right, so give us an example of what you would say to somebody about the power of music healing. What should we be doing? What should I be doing after this is over? What should I be listening to? What should I be thinking?
Well, you know what? It depends. Um, to some people, classical music will be beneficial. To others, maybe some soft jazz. And to others, they need to get going. They need something that's upbeat. Everything depends on that person. And also, what I use with power of music, I go into the different modes of music, such as the Dorian mode. There's the Mixolydian mode. There's the Lydian mode. That's the Ionian mode. There are so many different modes. And I love the Dorian mode because the Dorian mode, from the doctrine of ethos, that back in the Greek time, that they knew that that particular mode was healing. That's a very healing mode. And when I play music in that mode, it seems to calm the nerves, calm the inner person of us through that Dorian mode. And I just love that mode of music because
That's
I'll play it for
marvelous.
myself. Yes.
Is there an example in modern music that would be associated with the Dorian mode? Should I
Yes,
put on some Alicia Keys, or should I put on some Beyonce? What should I put on? What's close to a healing situation?
To me, I recommend relaxing music. If to start the process of healing, you want to heal yourself, heal your body, heal your cells, I recommend relaxing music. And you can find that music on Spotify, Pandora, all of your different streaming music. I recommend that. Relaxing.
That's really wonderful. For me, that would be smooth jazz. That's my healing music, smooth jazz. And my recovery people out there will understand that there are some very definite benefits here to music and healing. And I know that sometimes when you're not in recovery and when you're in active addiction, music may bring up memories or situations that are unpleasant for you. And you may begin to get a reappreciation of music when you are in recovery and when you are beginning to heal. And music is always a healer. And in many treatment centers, music therapy is extremely beneficial to help heal. And one more thing. I take care of dogs, and Dog TV has a wonderful program of music and sounds specifically geared to calm dogs down, to expose dogs to stimulation, or to relax dogs on Dog TV, which works terrifically. So music therapy is a real thing. So just explain those other concepts of music. You said the Dorian is one concept, and what else? What did you say?
Yeah, the Dorian and the Mixolydian. That's a wonderful key. That particular, it sorts of puts you in a courageous mode. You know, I can do this. You know, I can stop this addiction. I can stop this. It will bring that type of. It works with the mind. That Mixolydian, it works with the mind, and it sort of gives you that willpower. Mm-hmm. So that's also in your relaxing stations. When you listen to music from that particular mode, you will feel that. You will feel that vibe, the vibration of that, and the frequency of that music.
I think that many people listen to the theme song from Rocky when they want to get going. You know, those kinds of things that move them forward, right? You can see the stuff that gets people moving in the right direction. For me, that's Beyonce, or that's let me see what else. Bruno Mars, or something to get me moving in a great way, or Dua Lipa, somebody that's moving me along and getting me going and getting me dancing, which is great and gives you the power to move forward. That's a wonderful thing. Now,
yes, indeed.
Tell us about your book, Colored Girl Book. Tell me about that.
Oh, yes. This is a self-help book to help people with their emotions, to have intelligent thinking, to control their emotions. And what I like about it, why it's called Colored Girl, is because of the different colors I use to explain the different emotions, such as yellow is for joy, and it's associated with the chakra. And then I use red, Colored Girl is red, and that represents love and the root chakra. And from there, I will go into the different healing sounds that goes with the root chakra. And that's for grounding. That's when we want to feel safe. And then I go to Colored Girl is blue now. Patience, okay, blue. And then I'll do Colored Girl is green. That's going to be with your peace, inner peace within. And so that's why I called it Colored Girl, because it represents the different energy, the chakras, and then their colors. So that's why I love the way that came together for me.
Where can you find this book?
It's on Amazon.
And is it for young children?
It's for, yes, it is.
What ages?
I would start with when they're able to read.
Mm-hmm. And it's about the different emotions. It's almost like that new movie, or Inside Out, or Inside something like that. There's a movie, a Disney movie.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Which shows you your emotions.
That book.
I see. And where can we find your podcast?
Well, my podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon, and then there are other platforms that they're on.
Okay, so let's talk just a little bit more about really coming to grips with our energy level, with really breaking free in some positive ways to start today to stop self-sabotaging. You've got about a minute. Tell us about it.
All right. I would start with your words. What are you speaking? Because you create your world by your words. What are you saying about yourself? What do you think about yourself? You have to get a grip of that. Your words are powerful, and you have to speak well of yourself. Whether you're feeling down in the dumps or whatever it is, speak positive about yourself.
Thank you so much. I am so glad that you've come here today to talk to us. Where can we find you if we want to work with you?
You can call me or text me, and my number is 254-421-0221.
And the website?
My website is through Facebook, and I'm sure that's given there under the Dr. Donaleah Dedrick, and you'll find it under Colored Girl.
The Colored Girl book, which is on Amazon, the podcast, which is on Spotify, and all of the work that you do in self-sabotaging is there for us to look at and to go to. The Colored Girl book is great, especially now because it coincides with all the movies that are coming out, with how we express our emotions, how we're aware of our emotions, how to process our emotions, especially for young children, which this is wonderful. We've learned a great deal from you today. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. This is Ellen Stewart, the Pushy Broad from the Bronx, saying thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. This is Ellen Stewart, the Pushy Broad from the Bronx, saying thanks for listening. And remember, everybody needs a little push.
From the Pushy Broad from the Bronx, New York.